How's it going, everyone? My name is Azarus, and welcome back to some more in Colorbox. Today we're going to be continuing on to version 11, which is white of Colorbox. Of course, I got the white shirt on, I got the white lights on, it is bright in here. But of course, before we get into it, let's check out this week's fan art. First one coming in from Rumi Taka, we got a recreation of the mask's thumbnail. This is pretty dope. From first glance, I'm loving like the backlighting on all the characters in there. It's such a nice touch to it. We've definitely had a few mask recreations. I love to see these. I think the mask one is one of my favorite thumbnails, so it is awesome seeing recreations of it like this. Not only that, but spot on with the polos in the back. Yeah, detail to this one is crazy. I just realized that like Clown's eyes are glowing too. That's kind of creepy. All right, we got one coming in from Swizz or Swizz. This is like the corrupted Azarus, and I'm kind of liking it. I'm digging it. I like the background too. I think it's like based off of Japan because I can see like the decorations in the background. Again, I'm liking the lighting on that too. And of course I love pixel art. It's such a peaceful background for the corrupt Azarus. And again, the ferrofluid is running down the eyes, copious amounts of ferrofluid. But either way, this is awesome. Next one coming in from Mrs. Snowy. And this was made when I reached 20,000 subscribers. So thank you, Snow, for this. And this is like the first marker drawing that I've seen, or that I've covered. So thank you, Snow, and thank you to those who've been sticking around watching my content. I really do appreciate it. Next one coming in from Swizz or Swizz. And this is based off of the recursed thumbnail too. Or at least me on the recursed thumbnail. Swizz, your background selections are awesome. I don't know what that, it's like a building, or maybe like an abandoned building or something like that. It's so nice. Oh, I can see the polos in the background too. Yeah, this is definitely recursed. And of course, it's pixel art, which I'm always a fan of. We got one more coming in from Silly. And it looks like we got all the little characters from green, blue, and purple. Was there a music box in purple? So we got the music box, we got the lantern from blue, we got the grass block from green. I do remember the grass block. And then the game kid, and I feel like there's something else. And of course you got the bread in the center. And if you're curious who took a bite out of it, you're looking at them. Anyway, it's dope reminiscing the previous Colorbox versions. Again, thank you so much for sharing your work. It is honestly the highlight of my day. But I think it is time to move on to white. And when I say that, I mean the descriptions, which I'm going to switch to. Boom. So just like always, we're going to read the descriptions first and then go over the actual mod. So if you want to skip, if you want to get out of here, if you want to head right to that music, head to the time on the screen somewhere. But without further ado, let's get into the music we're about to hear. Alright, so I think this is from a game called Changes. This sounds like Pokemon music though, so let's move on to the beats. It looks like these are some angels. So that's pretty interesting take on it. Are all of them like dead or something? First beat name is Shari or Sherry. Age 36, gender female, cause of death unknown. There's causes of death. Wild. Okay. An angel of the white clouds is an assistant for one when entering upon said clouds and aiding with what there is to do as well. She's very kind to anyone, though struggled with someone with some anger issues, but she managed. Okay. All right. Moving on to beat 2, we got Randall, age 37, gender male, cause of death unknown. Are all of them going to be unknown? Another angel of the white clouds. He's more shy and nervous compared to the others, and he'll usually hide from anyone. He can be easily startled, and if one doesn't decide to leave him alone, even if he says so, he'll start to cry. Moving on to beat 3, we got Mar, age 31, gender male, cause of death eaten. Like what? Turns out the people working with the Blue Sea were wrong about the fish. You see, they kind of forgot about Mar and just left him there alone. The fish would then just eat the rest of him. He knew the fate would happen, but he's still upset about it. I hope he knows he's safe here. Okay, it's pretty sad. Moving on to beat 4, we got Charlie. Age 38, gender male, cause of death, hypothermia. Back when Gray still had some people left, Charlie was one of the people there. However, during Gray's time, there were harsh snowstorms rather often. During one, Charlie was outside, but when he had realized, it was too late. He was far from his home considering how big Gray's lands was. He had been giving warm clothes upon entering the white clouds to keep him at peace. Moving on to beat 5. I don't know what that is. What is that? Shapes. Name is Shapes. Age none, gender none, cause of death none. Shapes is some odd contraption, to say the least. Having it be able to generate some shapes whenever and make some sounds of drums. Okay, alright. Moving on to the effects now, we got Phil, age 20, gender male, cause of death. Fungal infection? Is that supposed to be fungal infection? He had dealt with a deadly fungi, even being the mushroom collector himself. I feel like I gotta put like sunglasses on, man. Okay. Oh, this is way too dark. Never mind. Even after his own fate, he could still see his fungi-infected dead body back into place in the green forest. It makes him feel ill. He still feels a bit confused here, but has been rather calm here. Name is Angel Bell. Age none, gender none, cause of death none. As the angel bell rings, one shall gain their wings. Upon entering the white clouds up high, now they're safe here in the sky. You know, I didn't know it was going to be like a rhyming thing, but I guess it worked out. The bells welcome you to the clouds. Moved on to the guitar. Name is Aura. Age 27. Gender female. Cause of death none. Aura is a guitar. I figured as much. Usually playing tunes in her free time, and also to some of the individuals of the White Clouds as well. She tends to be very patient with people and usually calm. Best not to pull her strings for some reason. That hurts her. Moving on to, oh yeah, we know this one. Name is Rose. Age 46. Gender female. Cause of death unknown. Rose had never actually entered the White Clouds and was just a lost soul. Her soul tends to come back to the statue of her own self back in the Pink Village. Moving on to effect 5, we got Rudy, age 22, gender male, cause of death, skull fracture / brain damage. I feel like Rudy is the... Wait! Rudy is the one from Red who had the ruby in his head. Yeah, it was a rock. After he had dealt with the rock, and it then causing his passing back into the ruby cave, he'd enter upon the White Clouds. Though upset by it, he had expected it to happen. He actually feels happy here, and no longer in constant pain. Alright, moving on to the melodies. This one does not look great. Name is Neil, age 26, gender male, cause of death hit by a car. Neil was an individual that had lived in the Orange Metropolis. He tended to be annoyed or angered easily, and one day when he was crossing one of the roads, when he wasn't supposed to, there had been a car that had hit him, killing him and the two in said car. Someone tried to save him, but everyone thought the wrong thing with how it looked. Still angry here, however, he's still often with Crystal. The wording is messing me up, I will say that. Moving on to, oh, Diana, how's it going? Name is Diana, age 71, gender female, cause of death none. Diana is a being made of light, along with some piano keys on her head. Same as her daughter Caitlin, but she's back in black, however, as one of the shadows. She'll sometimes be with Aura as a musical duo. Oh, does she work well with Aura? We're gonna have to check that out, aren't we? Alright, moving on to Melody 3, I think. Name is Vivian, age 45, gender male, cause of death unknown. Vivian is a holy knight of the clouds, keeping out any danger when needed. He also has a horn equipment to warn others if necessary. Moving on to Melody 4, we got name is Statue. Okay, age none, gender, it's a statue. A statue with 4 strings on the fingers. It did have forearms, but upon Neil coming here, he broke them off. We'll fix them up later. So I see you're supposed to have forearms, but I only see 2 broken, oh, unless it's covering the other arm holes. Moving on to, oh, Crystal. Okay, name is Crystal, age none, gender none, cause of death none. Crystal is one of those calming crystals, so one can feel at peace and, of course, calmed. The crystals can grow rather bright and make a slight sound, thus causing a person to feel calm after hearing that sound. Moving on to the voices, we got Freedom at Last. It was so dark down there. Is that the guy from Brown or something? Name is Traveler. That name sounds familiar. Age 22, gender male, cause of death, starvation. He had dealt with a slow and painful death back when he was trapped in the room. Oh yeah, in the Brown Town, okay. Yep. After his passing, he had been found by Grimm after some time and would bring him back to the afterlife, into the White Clouds. As he arrived and the angel bells rang, it was a surprise on how many wings he had gained. Yeah, he has a lot. Though, then learning what his fate was, those wings were very much deserved for him. 6? Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4... 8, it looks like. Moving on to voice 2, we got Dux. Age 100 plus, gender none, cause of death none. A being made entirely of light. Dux is a guide for the White Clouds, guiding any to where to go, and whatever else there is to see or explore. Oh, we know this. Jim, 28, gender male, cause of death, blood loss. After his unfortunate fate back in black, he had entered in the White Clouds. Though very traumatized from the event, we had given him a blanket to make him feel somewhat more comfortable, and he'll usually be with Crystal to help calm him as well. He's managing for now. I hate to see him so scared. Moving on to voice 4, we got Axel. Age 43, gender male, cause of death unknown. Axel will usually be alongside Vivian in the clouds. Oddly, he has 3 wings, as his 4th one never sprouted properly, though he doesn't really care about it that much. Okay. The last voice here, we got Lee, age 32, gender male, cause of death unknown. Lee represents purity. He also happened to be part deer, but doesn't have any wings. He's able to sing a wonderful choir as well. We'll see about that. Good friends with Aura. Alright, so let's move on to White. Welcome back everyone who skipped. You missed so much. Moving on to White. Oh, I don't remember seeing this in any of the versions. Very interesting. Where's the play button? I think it was invisible. Looks very nice. Very peaceful, very cloudy, because it's made of clouds. Wow. I'm liking the vibe here. I'm liking the very fast moving clouds in the background too. Oh, and looks like we have 2 bonuses. Very nice. Okay, okay. Looking at, oh wait. There's something about, look at the gold thing for the credits. Oh, okay. Here it is. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So it's created through an engine. Of course, we got Baggerhead. I forget to check these a lot of the time, so I'm checking them now. Of course, the creator of Colorbox Baggerhead. Composer James, Siren Bread, Redbird, which I didn't realize voiced the last 2 voices in version gray. I'm pretty excited to see how your voices are. Voice 5. Okay. I'll remember that for voice 5. I'm watching. Oh, you better be nervous, Redbird. Is that the choir one too? Oh yeah, you know what's gonna happen. Either way, let's get into the actual mod now. What am I talking about? Let's check out the beats first. Let's check out beat 1. Very different from the beats we're used to. It's symbols, so I feel like it's not going to be in order. I mean, not like there's a specific order. It's just like what everyone's used to, I feel like. Or at least what I'm used to. Moving on to beat 2. That is a very, I think that's an orb or something. It, like, the beat started so quick, I wasn't expecting it. Those are his eyeballs. They're very, detailed. Watery, looks like. Is he crying? Yeah, he's the one who cries. If someone bothers him, right? Yeah. Moving on to beat 3. Beats aren't bad so far. Claps. I'm going for the claps. Definitely the snares. So I feel like the claps are going to be in this next one here. Or the shapes, maybe. I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe some wild sounds. I don't even know. Alright, let's move on to beat 4. Let's see what we got here. We got the hi-hats. Okay. The first one was cymbals, so this must be the claps here. Also, hi-hats. Nice touch. Gotta add the hi-hats in there. I like how you piece them together, too. So these are obviously the claps. Or it's a whole beat set. We got the beats, the hi-hats, and the claps all in one. Also, that, oh man, yeah, that reminds me of a beatnik, right? It doesn't remind me of a specific one, but the style it was. Super solid animation for that too. I like how it changed for every instrument too. That was nice. Alright, moving on to the effects now. Are we gonna get the bass? What an interesting bass line. Not bad at all. Definitely the bass. Also, that's the one who can play the horn, right? Whenever there's danger. Maybe. Maybe I'm mixing a few of them up. Alright, so moving on to the bell. Oh, I thought the bell was a melody. I guess I was mixing them up, yeah. Oh yeah, because the guitar. The guitar, what confused me. I thought the guitar was a part of the melodies. Alright. Honestly, that kind of scared me. It starts up so quick when you put it down. I'm used to like a little break and then it starts up. Also, what would you be thinking if you just saw wings start growing out of my back? I'm curious, how many wings would I get? Of course, reminds me of the Bells mod for obvious reasons. Let's hear the guitar, because I am curious, because this I feel like would be in a melody set. We got a whole melody set in an effect. I like it. It sounds great. That should definitely be interesting. I'm curious what the melodies are going to be like now. Let's move on to effect 4. We got the wings. I like the nature sounds. It reminds me of a tribal. Yeah, that one. That was peaceful and nice. They had a lot of nature sounds in that one. I can sleep to that. I can like pass out to that. That was peaceful. That was it was calming. Moving on to, and that was the one from Pink. But either way, moving on to effect 5. Why do you look at me like that? Do you see that in like the middle of his loop? He just gave you a little glance. They sound like chimes. It was nice. Sounded like something magical was gonna happen with that. See, like that is definitely an effect. Like the bell, right? Definitely an effect. The statue, great example of an effect. Then you got the guitar, which is basically a melody. So moving on to the melodies. nice start to the melodies. It's a very, like, holy sound. It's nice. I think it fits with the theme here. Yeah, that's the one that was very angry and irritable all the time. Sounds great, though. He has a very soothing voice for being angry a lot. Moving on to the piano. You know, I'm always a fan. Let's hear it. That was a solid piano polo. We've been getting a lot of piano polos in these last few Colorbox versions. I'm always a fan of them. They sound great. The one in gray sounded fantastic too. I can definitely see that one being a fan favorite. Anyway, alright, let's move on to Melody 3. Like, I think the bells and the horns really match the style here, too. Very nice melody so far. I'm really liking it, but I am curious about the string one here. So let's, here, I think this one's the statue, right? Very nice strings. That's what I was expecting to hear. We've also been getting a lot of very nice string polos in the last few Colorbox versions too. Specifically version 9 with the Azarus polo. Either way, got some solid melodies here. We're going to move on to the last one here, the crystal. It is a very crystally sound. It sounds like sounds from a crystal. I think for the melodies, yeah, I think those are pretty nice. And I'm going to count this as a melody because it basically, it is a melody. Come on, man. Also sounds really good. All right, moving on to the voices now. Let's hear it.
There appear white clouds in the sky, shining brighter than heaven in the daylight. There is love and peace, there is also freedom, our hearts will always stay bright.
Very nice. Very nice. We got some lyrics in here. It sounds great. And it's also the dude from Brown who, Gray, he sounded, I think he had like, I think it was a beat or something like that. But it's cool seeing him now as a voice with some lyrics in it. It sounds great. I think that might be the intro. But we got a few more. We don't know just yet. Let's hear the second voice now.
Free from all the pain, broken away from the chains.
Free from all the pain, man. Yeah, that one was pretty messed up, right? I think he's still traumatized. We do have some more lyrics though. I'm not too sure. Something about breaking from the chains in the second verse there. I'm liking the voices so far. The voices are great. All right, let's move on to voice 3, which is this one, yeah. Huh. It appears I have done them in the wrong order. So let's move on to voice 2 now. I know it's something to do with scratch, but oh my god, it would sound so much better if there weren't like these weird breaks in it. Solid voice though. I think that sounds great. I was definitely out of order there. Let's move on to voice 4 now. What an interesting collection of sounds. It sounded great, but it sounds like it would be like an effect. That is like the effect of the voices. Okay, and last but not least, we got voice 5. Was this one going to be the choir? I don't even know anymore. I guess we'll find out. I think that might be the best choir I've heard in the Colorbox series. I'm not gonna lie, that was amazing. The harmonization. I think making a mix is going to be rather fun. I'm going to love that choir though. I'm probably going to put that in most of the mixes I have in here. That is a Azarus approved choir right there, Redbird. We're going to go ahead and move on to the beats. I am pretty excited to put these all together, so let's see what... Oh wait, the bonuses, hold on. You got your bonus one. Cool looking polo, first off. Second off, I think have the same or a very similar like progression, if that's what you'd call it, for the choir, last choir, which sounded amazing. So amazing bonus one. Yeah, that was great. That sounded amazing. All right, let's move on to bonus two. Just like most of the bonuses, I don't know where it's from. It was very detailed though, and very like, it sounded great. Bonuses were great, voices are awesome. Actually, I don't think I've heard a bad one yet, honestly. So this should be a pretty fun mod altogether. So let's put the beats together, see what kind of beat we're working with here. Yeah, I still don't think we got the claps, really. I mean, the beats were great, though, too. I will say, I really do like the shapes one. However, I don't really think it needs claps, though. I feel like it's going to match the style it's going for, like the peaceful, heavenly sounds that we're going to hear. So let's move on to the effects now and see what we get. Feels like I was going on like a mystical adventure, especially with the little chimes too. Yeah, I will say the guitar put it all together, and of course the nature sounds added some peacefulness to it. It was nice. All right, let's hear the melodies now. I think we're gonna, oh my god, I feel like we're gonna have to put these, both of them with the melodies. All right, we're gonna hear them all together. Lot of sounds happening there. I think when we make a mix, we're going to stick to like maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 melodies. However, though, I think they sound great. Solid set of melodies, but I am excited to put these voices together. So let's hear it.
There appear white clouds in the sky, shining brighter than heaven in the daylight. There is love and peace, there is also freedom, our hearts will always stay bright. There are pure white clouds in the sky, shining brighter than heaven in the daylight. There is love and peace, there is also freedom, our hearts will always stay bright. There are pure white clouds in the sky, shining brighter than heaven in the daylight. There is love and peace, there is also freedom, our hearts will always stay bright.
The voices are great. The choir puts it all together, no doubt about that. But I think we all know what time it is now. We're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a nice, heavenly, peaceful beat. Okay, I think that is going to wrap it up. Wow, I do have to say, this was a really good version. I'm curious to see how I'm going to rank all the versions together, but this is definitely going to be high up there. I will say there are a few in here that really take the cake though. Like I said, probably the best choir I've heard in the Colorbox version. And what worked really well together was the choir and the bass. Oh my god, those two sounded amazing. Like from the start of the mix, oh my god, those sounded really good together. And also the strings here too. I think these three together sounded immaculate. I think the beat fit very well with the type of mod. It was slow, it was nice, and of course I always love hearing the nature sounds. I do think that adds a lot to the melody altogether. However, I do want to know what you guys think, so definitely tell me down in the comments. I'm curious to see what I'm going to get into next, because I'm not even too sure, to be honest. We do have a lot of suggestions, and I do need to cover quite a bit of mods, so we're gonna have to see. However, I do want to thank the members of the channel, the people who have joined the Discord, and of course, thank you for watching, at least this far. Did you stay till the end? Let me know down in the comments, too. I'm curious. However, on that note, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video.